Joining the program now, Nebraska Senator Pete Ricketts. And Senator, good morning. Thank you for being with us. Maria's going to join us in just a moment. But first, your reaction to where we are right now in this process.
Yeah, the House passing the resolution is a next step in us being able to deliver on President Trump's promises to make permanent the tax cuts, be able to secure the border, provide for defense, and unleash American energy. So this is a great next step. But what it does is just unlock the resolution process. So now it's up to all the different committees to start getting to work. For example, in our Senate bill, we had the $175 billion for the border. So now we got to start working on how is that going to be deployed. The $150 billion for defense, how is that going to be deployed? And then also the other committees are going to have to come up with, now how am I going to find the savings to be able to make sure we're paying for all that within the 4-year time frame that our Senate resolution calls for. So the hard work is just beginning. There's a lot of work left ahead of us, but this is an exciting first step to be able to continue on that road.
Yeah, and Senator, let me pick up right there because you're just talking about the hard work just beginning. Part of that work is identifying those offsets, right? I mean, the Senate bill, the Senate version didn't cut much. The House version is committed to the $1.5 trillion in spending cuts, and I know John Thune agreed that you're committed in the Senate to that as well, but I didn't see the offsets in the Senate version. So do you feel confident that you're actually going to be able to identify $1.5 trillion in spending cuts?
I feel very confident that we're going to be able to do that. And let me just kind of touch on that a little bit. So we have different rules in the Senate. And if we miss any of our targets, we lose the privilege that we have with this bill, which allows us to pass it with only 51 votes. And that's why when you see in some of the instructions, cut $1 billion, not $1 trillion, it's to make sure that we actually hit those targets. So $1 billion is the floor, not the ceiling. And so you'll see Senate Republicans working very hard to be able to make sure that we're not only getting to that $1.5 trillion, but I expect to see a lot more than just that.
Well, Byron Donalds was just with us, and he said if there's not $1.5 trillion in spending cuts, this will not pass. Do you have confidence that this passes, this gets to the president's desk at the end of May?
I think that we're going to work very hard. I can't give you a deadline for how long it's going to be, but it's absolutely imperative that we make sure this $4 trillion tax increase does not happen on the American people.
Absolutely. Senator, great to see you this morning. We so appreciate your time. Pete Ricketts is on Capitol Hill. Thank you, sir. We'll be right back.